fight changed up from Lenny Wheeler, Marcus Brimage. Pretty big change, my friend. That's easily the biggest opponent. Just talk us through what your mindset was when you found out that it was Marcus and not Lenny Wheeler.
Well, I was pretty bummed when they said my opponent pulled out, as Lenny pulled out. But then right away, my manager Pat was like, "But I got good news. Possibly Marcus Brimage." And we've talked about this fight a long time ago, and we really wanted it. And I didn't even want to discuss it with coaches or nothing like that. I knew that's the fight I wanted. I think Lenny was actually even a tougher opponent.
In what way?
In the way that he's a lot of a heavy hitter. He can wrestle. Marcus is good. But I think Lenny exposed. He had more weapons. I think.
Do you think that the fact that he's a bigger name opponent is a better thing for you in the long run? I mean, you've had such a tough time finding guys to fight.
Yeah.
You've been waiting the last year to find a fight, and now you didn't get Lenny Wheeler, who was someone that you wanted.
Yeah.
You know, you didn't get Kyle Nelson, who was someone that you wanted. You might get him later in the year.
Yeah.
But now you get Marcus Brimage, and this guy's coming out of the UFC for over the last 5 years.
Yeah, and that's what I wanted.
The name value can propel you even further than you thought. Do you agree with this?
I absolutely agree, and that's why we wanted something like this. We spoke to UFC matchmakers before, and they said what we really like is you guys beating former UFC guys, and that's what they really like. I mean, I got a decent record as is, but beating Marcus is going to be a bold statement. And January 23rd, I will beat Marcus Brimage. No doubt about it.
Was there any, as you said, you were worried when you heard Lenny pulled out. Was there a doubt in your mind? Oh man, it's happening again?
You know, actually, no, there wasn't, because I changed my mindset. The reason why I haven't been able to fight since May of 2015 was because my mindset was different. My mindset was like, oh, you know, so-and-so doesn't want to fight me. They don't want to fight me. I'm not getting a fight. Why am I not fighting? It's all negative. It's all negative. Right away, I changed my mind. I was talking to Nabil, my coach here at Titan, and then I was saying, you know what I'm going to do is, even if I don't have a fight, I'm going to stay active in 2016. Jiu-jitsu competitions. I just want to get better as an athlete, whatever it is. And right away, I kid you not, the day after Pat calls me and he says, Lenny Wheeler. And I said, sweet, let's do it, right? And when he called me on Saturday and said Lenny's out, I wasn't like, no. I was not bummed at all. I was bummed in a sense that it's like, damn, it should have stuck. But I was very positive that we were going to find somebody right away.
And when you found out that it was Marcus, were you like, woohoo? Or was it, this is the big name opponent, this is what I need? I mean, was there any mindset? You said this was a guy that you've wanted to fight for a while. You wanted the UFC guys. Yeah. Was there anything like, no. I've been out since May?
No. None of that. That mindset don't work for me. You know, that mindset does not, it's not part of me. Doesn't matter if I fought in May or in 2014 only, whatever. I wanted Marcus Brimage. Me and Pat talked about this fight before. We just couldn't get it. As soon as he dropped his name, said yes, done.
He's easily the biggest name opponent. The last time we had a high-profile fight was World Series of Fighting here in Vancouver.
Yeah.
Nick Newell. Yeah. Another big name opponent. I'd say Marcus Brimage is a bigger name opponent because of the fact that he's from the UFC and you know, not World Series of Fighting or anything like that. Now, I don't know what got to you with World Series of Fighting. That fight didn't go your way. Whether it was the spectacle, the big lights, what it was, mindset. Newell was a better opponent that night. How do you see this fight playing out? And Marcus Brimage, as we said, is a bigger name.
No. What happened in the World Series fight against Nick Newell had nothing to do with my abilities. He caught me. because my mind wasn't there. My mind was in my corner. I had a lot of troubles in my corner. The dilemmas behind the scene and whatnot. That's all. I know who I have in my corner. I have Sensei Nabil. I have Crew Ken, and I have Dayan Kajik in my corner, and they're all gonna be there with me. And you know, we have such a good chemistry, all of us, and nothing will stop us. Nothing will stop me having my hands raised and beating Marcus Brimage.
Being that you have been out since May, how do you, like mindset-wise, you say your mind is strong. How do you see a fight against Marcus Brimage playing out? We spoke before this interview was happening, and he likes to go out there and headhunt. He may gas, he knows.
Yeah.
How do you see yourself playing, and how do you see the fight ending for you when you get your hands raised?
You know, I think it might be in the later rounds. I don't know. But one thing I do know is that he does like to go hard, and I just need to pace myself. I need to pace myself, pick my shots, and focus what I'm good at. I don't need to focus on everything that he does. You know, winners think about themselves. Losers think about winners. We've heard this before, right? And I'm just focused on my abilities. The only thing that has changed in this whole entire fight camp is the fact that he's a southpaw. That's it. And I have incredible coaches that have already come up with angles or entries or all. It's already been broken down.
Exciting.
I'm very
news.
excited.
So January 23rd, this fight goes down. How active would you like to be this year? I mean, you're obviously not looking ahead of Marcus Brimage, but if all goes your way, you'd like to get in there. How many times?
I like to make up for all the fights that I didn't have in 2015. I'd like to fight at least 5 or 6 times in 2016, at least. But like you said, my focus is Marcus Brimage. He's a tough game opponent, and I have a lot of respect for the guy. He's done very well. He won the Ultimate Fighter.
He didn't win it.
He didn't?
No.
Oh, I thought he did. Anyways, he was on the Ultimate Fighter, and he did amazing. He's had a great run in the UFC, and I think it's going to be a great battle, great showcase for me, for him. It's going to be a great night.
Just let the fans of Calgary know what they can expect that night.
Expect fireworks. Fireworks. We've heard fireworks before, but I think you're gonna see a whole different Sabah. Striking, takedown, whatever he gives me, I'm gonna take, and expect to have my hands raised January 23rd.